Hello everyone. In my previous videos, I talked about data structures in C. Basically, in all the videos under data structure, I have discussed different or various concepts uh, that comes under data structures as stack, queue, linked list, trees, etc. Here, while writing the programs, you can use any programming language. Today I'm going to talk about doubly linked list as one of the data structure and its implementation in Java programming language. What is doubly linked list basically? It is going to have two pointer fields and one will be the data part. So for the theoretical part, you can visit the data structure sections and you can find out the lecture or video regarding the doubly linked list, and you can go through it and see the concept. How to create a doubly linked list in Java by using the concept of let's say node. That is what I am going to discuss here. Okay, so for that purpose, first we will create a class, a public class to represent a node. So here I am going to create a class, public class, that is doubly linked list. So let me create this. Okay, public class doubly linked list. So this is my class which is going to represent a node of the doubly linked list. Okay, so here I need to have a subclass that is going to work as a node. Okay, so here I'm declaring it class node. It is having one data part as int data and two the node pointers, previous and next. Okay, and here the data is nothing but the data of that current node. Right, so this particular class inside this doubly linked list class representing a node. So when I'm saying that we are creating a node of the class, that means we are going to create a node of we are going to create a node of class node. Okay, so now that is what nothing but the representing a node in the doubly linked list. So ये node है, basically this is a node. Okay, now we want to represent head and tail of the node. So we know that every linked list has head and tail. Here the things that we must understand is here head and tail both are pointing to null because my linked list is null. Okay, empty, right? So that's why head and tail will be null. Okay, now the most important task that we have to do is adding node into the linked list. Okay, so my task is to add a node to the linked list. So I'm going to declare a function, that is add node function, and that add node function is going to do what? See here. So public add node function is public, and what that function is going to do, this function is going to add the node. So before adding a node we must create a node, right? So what we are going to do, so first create a node. So by using node, new node is equal to new node data. So with whatever data we have to create a node, so that data we need to pass to this node. Okay, so this data will be of type int. So here we have already specified int data. Okay, so once the new node is created, okay, we need to check what if the list is empty. If the list is empty, so that is what we need to check. Okay, so we will check if the list is empty. Now if list is empty, it means what? We have to see the values of head and let's say head pointer, right? So if head pointer is null, it means that what? If head pointer is null, it means what? My list contains no node, right? Okay, now in that case, if head and tail, so my head is null, so now I'm going to create one node, first node. Okay, so that first node is also a head node, that is also a tail node, right? So in that case I'm going to mark the newly created node as head node as well as tail node. So newly node is created by using this code. Okay, and now I'm mentioning that node as head as well as tail. That means newly created node is my head as well as my tail. Okay, now the most important thing, as I have only one node and no one is to the previous of that node, also to the next of that node. That means एकच node आहे, only one node we have, so there is no precedence and no successor. Precedence भी नाही म्हणजे त्याच्या पुढचा आणि मागचा दोन्ही नोड नाही आहेत. Both the nodes are not there. So in that case what we are going to do, we are going to write heads previous as null, as well as we are going to write heads tail as also null. So see here, heads previous will point to null, so head previous is null, and tail next will point to null, as it is the last node of the list. Okay, so tail dot next is equal to null. So head previous is null, right? Tail next is also null. So that is the most important thing that we must understand. Now the single node is created, fine, and now that node is added. So if code is over here, right? Now the most important thing, if the node that I have created is not the first node, so it should go into the else part, right? So now it is in else part. Now the most important thing, the new node should get added after the tail node, right, at the end, right? So linked list, one node is added, then second node, then third node. So new node, that is what is created, should get added after the tail node, right? So here what we will do, we will do this. That means new nodes, whatever just we have created, whatever node we have created, okay, that will be the tail's next node. So whatever was the tail node, it next was containing null value. Now that tail next will contain the address of the newly created node. So now newly created node will be added at the end of the linked list, right? So that is what is added here. New node will be added after tail, such that tail's next will point to the new node. So tail dot next is equal to new node. Now whatever newly created node we have, that newly created node is going to become the last node, right? Newly created node is going to become the last node. Okay, so that is going to become the tail node now. So if that node is going to become tail node, that means new nodes previous is the previous tail node. So new nodes previous is the 12 node. Okay, and now new nodes next, whatever we have, okay, so that new node is going to become now tail node. Okay, so let me mention it. Okay, so new node now become the tail node, and now the new nodes next should contain what? It should contain the null value, because now it has become our last node. It has become our last node, right? So this is nothing but just a code that I have created for adding a new node, for creating a new node or adding a new node. Okay, now I want to see what the node that I have added. All right, I want to see, or let's say display the node that I have just added. So for that purpose I will be writing the public void display method. So this display method is going to display the node from head to tail, from head to tail. Okay, so we are going to create a new node, let's say just a current node which is pointing to current node. Okay, so as we are displaying from first to last, that is head to tail, so we have to assign the value of head to the current created node. Okay, now if that current is equal to null, if that current is equal to null, that means I don't have any single created node in my linked list. So in that case, I have to display the message that list is empty. All right. So what the thing is, if current or head is equal to null, in that case, display the message that list is empty and then return. Otherwise, if it is not so, right, if it is not so, then in that case we have to display what nodes of the linked list. So I am specifying here message the nodes of the linked list are, okay, and what that nodes are, let's say, see, we have to go to from head to tail, right, and we know that when tail is going to become null, that means we have reached to the end of the linked list. Already what we have done here, we have assigned current as head node. So till that current becomes the null, visit all the nodes. So what should be my condition to visit all the nodes? My condition should be, while current is not equal to null, do what? Print each node by increasing the pointer. So that is what we are going to do. Okay, so how to do this? What we want to print? We want to print the data of the current node. So current node is pointing what? The head node. Then after head node, it will proceed to the next node, it will proceed to the next node. Okay, so for that purpose we have to make a current node as the current next. So current next, that means head and next. So second node will become now current node. Then whether current node is null, no, then again print the data of that current node, then go to the current nodes next, that means third node, right? So in this way we will visit each and every node in the linked list till we get the current value as null. So here I have just created two functions. One is for adding a new node and another function is for displaying the nodes of the linked list. Now I have to add the node in the linked list. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to call that function doubly linked list dlist new, and I want to call these functions. Okay, so first function, let's say add nodes to the list. So I want to do add nodes to the list. So assuming that I'm adding 1 2 3 nodes. Okay, so for that purpose, what logic I'm going to do, I'm just going to call this dlist dot add node. See, dlist named object I have created for doubly linked list. Okay, and then now dlist dot add a node, that function is called, and the values are passed as 1 2 and 3. These values are passed. Now I have to check whether my nodes are getting added into the list or not. So for that purpose, what I should do, I have to call the display function, right? So dlist is the object and display is the function. So that is what I'm doing here. Okay, once it is done, now I'm going to close my main method as well as my class. Okay, so now let's run this and let's check whether now nodes are getting added and nodes are getting displayed or not. Okay, so let's run this and let's see what output I'm getting here. I'm getting output as 1 2 3. So these are nothing but the nodes. Okay, now I want to add one more node, so I have called this function again, dlist, and dlist display as it is. Okay, so let me see whether I can get 1 2 3 4 3 3, sorry, 3 3 twice I did. So let me make this 3 as 4 and let's run it. 1 2 3 4. All right, so here we have understood how to create program in let's say Java for implementation of doubly linked list. We have created 4 nodes and we have displayed that 4 nodes. Okay, interestingly, this linked list can be used for various purposes, as we can add a node at the beginning, we can add node at the end of the linked list. All right, also we can add that node in between the two nodes, right? So these all possible activities that we can do with the doubly linked list. Okay, so I want you all to try this out. Okay, in further lecture I will in next session, in next video, I will tell about how to add a node at the beginning, at the end, in between, also delete. deleting a node in between at the beginning and at the end of the linked list. Okay, so I hope you have understood how to write a Java program for implementing a double linked list. Okay, thank you, thanks for watching the video.